Yo, what up, stream? Wee! Man, Squirrel Girl. You know, sometimes your hopes up for Squirrel Girl and they're dashed. Yeah, that's what I got on my mind right now. My dad's like, I saw a thing that says Squirrel Girl's gonna be Deadpool 3, and then it's like a speculation video. Don't do this to me. That's all I want. I want Squirrel Girl. Okay. Let's do this. We're almost done here. We are almost done with this game. Okay, yeah, I remember now. I wanted to go back real quick for some stuff. Okay, so Rending Titan Fang. Let me just look these up because I'm not entirely sure where they are. I might even just get them here on this place, but you know, I'm not sure. Who drops these things? Oh, come on. I don't know why it's being so slow. Training grounds? Do I have to do a training ground? No. Why would I have to do that? Oh. Oh, is it from the big guys? I think it's from the big guys. Wait, what's happening? My internet okay? Seems like it. Pfft, the hell's going on? What's going on? Rending Titan Fang. I think it's just whatever site I was connecting to. Gamer guides. Gamer guides. What up, my gamer guides? Oh, there's so many more. Do I even like worry about it right now? I don't think I should worry about it at this moment. Astral crystals, astral mass. Oh my god, there's so many items. Maybe we don't worry about this at the moment. Rending Titan Fangs from literally everything. Oh, this is Lennigus. Okay, I'm gonna get stuff up here. Then I'm not going to worry about it. I guess I should have figured. But I mean, I already had some, so I thought maybe if I went back, I could like get these weapons first. I mean, whatever.
Damn it, Lennigus soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Yep, and then we just straight up fight.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Whoa! Hello.
I command you.
Threats to the city must be erased.
No. Have they been
Ooh, Meteor Storm! Yes! Oh my god, yes, wait. This one. Oh, what? Divine Saber, but it's not like a real... Huh, it's not like a real fire move. I mean, it is, but it's not. Maybe it counts still. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Woo! Ow. Oh, come on, don't come back here. What a jerk!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Now for some cool
I'm like spacing out here. I'm like, what am I doing? I got so distracted by that. By the meteor. Meteor!
Scarlet Inferno!
Woo!
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Just like fight.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Everybody wants to fight. Everybody. Okay, straight ahead. Woo, look at those things. What is... Oh, it's a mantis, huh? Huh. Interesting. I fight one out in the field, and then now they're just a common enemy. It just fought the other one. Look at these green boys. Look at them. Horse wolf.
No choice.
Far beyond the darkest time, I will
In a bind.
feel. These ones can run rings around us.
You picked the wrong fight.
I should have got the big boy. Oh well. It's okay.
Here's a healing art. I'm on a roll.
Rising foe. Prepare to be away.
Ice prison. Here, let me help.
Watch this.
Take that.
Now you see what I can
Punch him.
Get him.
Yeah, get him. I guess they're weak to electricity. That's good to know.
I know fine weapon material.
Dark
when I see
Mane,
it.
Rending Titan Fang. Yeah, so I can. Whoa, hey buddy. Hey, how you doing? Force Mantis.
Let's dispose of
What
the
are you
trash.
weak? Oh. What are you weak to? Did I put Tidal Wave on my thing? I don't remember.
Here's the evil. Shooting star. I can do this all day. The waters of creation.
Also weak to electricity. That's. I guess they're all. Aw, dang it, Alphen. Come on, I was charging up a spell.
Scarlet Inferno.
The waters of
How
creation.
rude.
Immortal droplet. Seal.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara. Here's the evil. Now for something special. Freeze cleanser.
Carve through armor. Swallow blade.
Take that. Far beyond the darkest skies.
This isn't a boss. Whoops.
Ignite. I'll finish you here and now.
Shooting star!
Demon Fang.
Lunar corruption! Lightning orb! Lunar raging storm! Nothing gets by me! Finish without a
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Razor cyclone!
Pop him.
I'll crush you.
Damn it. Stop my spell again.
Lightning reflex.
Hate that. It's really annoying.
Alpin! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
Manted Claw. Really? So I fought that thing and I got Manted Claws and I was like, ooh, this is special. But they isn't.
Hi, Hoodle! Let me help!
Bring him down.
A whirling struggle! Winds of heaven! Cyclone! Now
Oh, I can't even.
then you leave me no choice!
Inferno punch.
Searing flame! Reload!
These So let's do one of these. Uh-oh.
You'll soon see about that.
Woo! Gotcha.
Say no more.
Yeah.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Did I put... Did I put that big fire move on? I feel like if I keep using Burning Strike... I don't know. Like, how do you even unlock new moves? Because technically, yeah, see, this is a... This has the fire thing on it. It has a charge. This one doesn't have anything. Divine Saber and Burning Strike. So I could combine stuff for it, but I would need Divine Saber instead of Lightning Orb, and I really like Lightning... Wait, not Lightning Orb, Shooting Star. What is the other one? You have to have... Divine Saber. Then you do Burning Strike. I guess I could get rid of Lightning Orb. That means my only melee would be in the air, which is fine. Then I would keep Burning Strike on. I guess. But then I couldn't stack Meteor Storm. That's the thing, because I would stack one that use Burning Strike. One art must be charged while the other art must be cast. Would it... I wonder if it would, like, completely override the spell. Like, would I get all three, or would I just get the one? I don't know, let's try it. It's a Divine Saber? Let's try it. Why not? Let's give it a shot.
You got spirit.
Oh wait, I did the wrong thing. This one. Ah! Don't get over me! Okay, let's see if it works. Oh, quick! Oh, damn it.
Scarlet Inferno.
Eek! Right, do it, quick! Okay, so it just does Meteor Storm. Which is still a pretty good move. I don't think it's worth having the combination, but...
Say no more.
Might as well just put Meteor Strike on.
There's always room for improvement.
But it's not a fire move though, is the thing. Not technically. But it is good though. It is a cool one.
Hey, look at that enemy. It's shining.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on...
And just...
Out of our way!
I think I'll pass on the handshake. Far beyond the target sky.
Vacuum blade.
Denied. Shooting star.
crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Oh.
I'm just getting started. Lightning orb! Lightning! Delta! Assault! Take this! Electric shock! I'm just getting started. A charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Too bad I didn't have you ready.
Sealed! Explosion!
Explosion! Up, up, knock him down, do that.
I'll smash you! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! All good things come to an end.
Nothing gets by me.
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
I'll heal you all!
Double Demon Fang! Super Swallow Dance!
Lightning orb!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Up, recharge one of these. This going. As soon as that's cast, hit him with an Elfin, knock him down. Oh! What the heck?
I'll bring you back from death to bed.
Kisara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
I was full health and then nothing. I was like, oh, I'm far enough. What the heck?
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back.
How dumb.
Regroup and try again later.
No backing down!
Oh, you know what? I want. Yeah, I'm gonna put that meteor on. I don't know. It's not technically fire, but it's good. Ooh. That's what happens if I stack two of these. Ah! Damn it!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here goes! A whirling struggle.
Position!
Searing flame! In here! Searing flame! Reload! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Not today!
Too much to handle! Freeze laser!
Wait, oh, right. I did the wrong move!
Light burst forth!
Radiant!
I meant to do the fire one, but it didn't work.
Lightning orb! Frozen!
Hammer!
Onward and upward.
Am I going the right way? Oh, I'm going actually the right way. No, I don't want to go this way. That was a mistake. Dude, the right way is the wrong way. I want to be... Oh, wait, no, that is that way. Okay, yeah. So I need to go in here. I thought this was the right way. I didn't look over here. But I wanted to go the wrong way, because that's the right way. So now I'm going the right way, which was the wrong way, but is now the right way. JRPGs! Look at all these things. But they're all weak to lightning.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Oh, sparkling stars of light!
Oh, right. I put meteor on this. Right! Does that technically count as a combo? Woo! That thing. Just instant death. Instant death. Do another one of these. No, never mind. They got him.
Say no more.
I can feel my power.
I like that move. It's just big damage. Big number. Ooh. There we go, this way. The right way. Enemy. Hit him with the splash attack.
No holding back.
Hit him with this button.
This'll be a piece of cake. Hold nothing back.
Did that actually break his shield? I think it did.
I'm the true gun.
Oh god, they're behind me. Oh god. Let's this one. Whoops. Instant. I love it. And we do one of these. Oh. No. Walking slowly at me, are you kidding? Rude. Whoop. Stay up in the air. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Say no more.
Easy.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well,
Ooh.
look who's in a bright and
Treasure
shiny
chest.
mood.
Money. Definitely need that. There's a star, meaning there's probably a fight. I don't know. I think it's just the door. In. Take me out of here. I don't know why I just got Sonic 06 vibes from this room. I don't know what's going on in my head.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
And open! Suddenly door.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting.
Use my
If
keyblade.
Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Boss fight? It wouldn't. It usually gives me a fountain beforehand. Oh, it's memories.
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as
Just
a
say
Renan,
no.
at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't
Just me or does the
captive.
audio sound
It
like
wasn't right what I
crusty?
did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
Because everyone else is mean.
You're not like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Same thing.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
And then he blew up everything accidentally.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She didn't have the
She
cat
really
ears,
does
though.
look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless...
Cackling
could this
downstairs.
be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw?
Does it
But
store
how?
memories?
And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
I swear, is the final boss of this game gonna be
Okay.
God again?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all.
It's gonna be the planet.
So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad.
Cannot see.
I'd like to liberate them too, if I can.
Yeah,
Which is
free
just another reason I
everyone.
can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Bust.
Nobody's here.
Stay
Oh, there is
sharp.
a
After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
thing right there. Shoot. Okay. I kind of wanted to go back and make the weapons, but it'll probably be fine, because, like, what level am I? 45? That would probably be okay. Because if I went back, I'd have to run through all the enemies again. I think we'll be okay. Let's do this! Oh wait, before I do that, I think they had, yes, food, stat boost. Insect disposer. Should I go for next? Not too many options. One. Oh yeah, she'll never use that. Oh wait, this one's already got 2, or no, 1. Faster AG recovery. I think they're all about the same. Mid-air evasion, she'll never use that. I don't think it really matters, actually. Let's just go with this. Bolero. And this one, and that one. Okay, now we're good. Now let's do this. Now we fight. Fight for what's right. Sonic Underground. Who is it? Be a giant crab, giant dog, person. Oh, is that girl?
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Uh-oh. Darkness. Sora! Okay, just giant guy. Oh! Well, I was kind of right. Crab. Kinda.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes.
Giant enemy crab. Tormented limbs. Alright, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what it's weak against.
How about with the stone?
Let's try lightning. Too bad my spells take forever. Okay, so that's lightning. Let's see.
First we handled the Zoogle. Then we kept some answers.
Oh, yeah, so that worked. Alright, let's do a double lightning and knock it down. That, and try the last second. Okay, pop, pop. That didn't work, or did it? I have no idea. Did I knock it down? I think it did. Yeah, that worked. Look at all that health go down. That's like half a bar. Woo, okay. Back up and do it again.
Scarlet Inferno!
That'll bring you down.
Ooh, he's doing a thing.
I'll stop its charge. Thanks, Kisara.
I didn't realize that was a charge. Okay, let's hope Alphen gets his thing in time. Come on, Alphen. Oh, God! Ah! I don't even... Oh, I don't think I actually... Okay, one of them came out. That was weird! Ah! What the hell? That didn't work! Just get this spell out! Oh god, he's doing it again. I can't. Alright, we're just gonna get in there. I couldn't get the spell out! Now. Now go. Go, go, go. Get it out, get it out, get it out, out. Quick! Ah, shit, it's blue! No, that's bad! Oh, hello. What are you doing? Come for me. Why? Rude.
Here, let me help.
Oh shit, they're down.
Resuscitation.
Oh god, I should have stopped it. Okay, so the red is the charge. Pause down. Leon's gonna get that. That didn't work. Why? Doesn't it work? Pop him! Pop him! Drop him! There you go. There you go. Look at all those crits. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Almost there. Well, close enough. Take it away, Lo. I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, hello. Oh, jeez. Oh god, he's blue. Just do that.
Right, watch out.
Oh!
Here's the healing arm.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Scary! I can't tell you. There we go. Just dodge. Dodge like crazy.
Scarlet Inferno!
Nope. Nope. Nope.
You picked the wrong fight.
Woo-woo. Just get him. There we go. There we go. I mean, that wasn't actually that bad. Just starts teleporting at you.
Now it's just her.
Now wake up.
Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning.
Take the core.
She's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalim.
Shoot her. That works too.
Forgive me.
Yeah, the anime knockout punch to the stomach. How does that work?
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
Escape.
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Who the hell are you?
Alikir,
Oh.
what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me.
He can
I
get
know
past
better
all the
than to ask
dogs and
what you're up
mantises
to.
again.
But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzalik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almeidrea.
We
As for
killed
Tarnigan,
her.
if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The
Yeah,
Forbidden
mysteries.
Zone, remember?
Shion.
Huh?
Thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service. I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
Oh, which...
For her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
I guess it's that way? I don't know.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
It's the planet.
Washed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because
Little-
they knew we'd hold back.
Look at that little hoodle.
If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
Love that little puffball.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
Okay. Yeah, that way. Wait, I probably save. Now go. Go, go, go.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The voice of the
will
planet.
Dana's astral energy.
Whee! More memories. Fancy. Kind of looks like that one room in Warframe. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, it's like it's like one specific thing.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Gonna be the final boss. Ooh. This got really weird. Evil Hootle. Resident Evil 6. Yes. The hell? I don't know what happened. They awakened the big evil?
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her, it reminds me of Shionne's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
Made from evil.
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shionne's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of.
Because you were blacked out.
And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Fine.
Oops. Oh well.
That
I cut him
vision we
off.
saw, it was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come
Yeah.
on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
We go to fight the big evil. We're going to destroy Resident Evil 6.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shionne's thorns. As well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
This is not the end, is it? No fast travel. Screw it.
I'm determined to save Shionne and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
Screw it, we go forward. I doubt it's a boss fight because we just had one. I'm guessing it's just gonna be a bunch of cutscenes. Oh. Time to buckle up.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that
Oh, it's this area.
I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
Does it have a treasure?
This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
This is where they create Renans.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new
I
lead.
don't know.
For the people of Lenegis, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How did they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
And there were people here
Did
before.
no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long.
This is where we... Like, it looks like, yeah, there's gonna be like babies on these tables. You know what I mean? Operating table. Many subjects never came back from the operations on this. Okay, maybe not babies. Maybe just people. This is where we turn Danans into Renans.
I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Dahnan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Dahnan. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title, Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Do it.
Read it.
Right.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait. I think I've found one that was successful.
Alphen.
Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique Adjustment Index, Generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
Are you surprised? Clearly... What?
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Yeah, isn't that... right?
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
I thought we figured this out already.
Test subject number 10105.
Volron.
Ethnicity, NA. Unique Adjustment Index, Generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Aha.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
But it's been 300 years.
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Let's go to the home world.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
Time to read.
So this is where... Only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that
No,
were to
fight
happen,
them.
then No. Then we'd help you fight it. Before
Yeah.
you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah, we wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now.
What does it say? Select a topic. Sovereign. Excellent is central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. Danon subject serves as the basis creation. So wait, Volron was Danon? Okay. Unit 2 adjustments are a success. Okay. Interesting. What is the Maiden? Sovereign support mechanism. Renan subject serves its functions. Okay. Does that mean Volron had a Maiden? Mental instability in the Maiden has been deemed the cause of the past sovereign's rampancy. I guess that's it. That's all we get. Okay. No, I want to see what's over there! Oh wait, yeah. Then I guess the structure, you can see pipes for transporting astral energy sticking out of them. Like the castle in the sky. La puta. Area will now be shut down as the project proceeds to the final phase. What is the final phase? Storing human bodies. Okay. Thing here? Oh. Neat. Large-scale astral energy converter primarily converts the elemental composition of Dan's astral energy and transmits it to Rena. Activation and control of astral energy conversion is achieved by placing the Sovereign Maiden and Renus Alma central core. Has personal residence zones around large conduit, along with a defensive layer surrounding them. It's expected to destroy the residential. Okay, that's a horrible design. Because it only takes place during the final stage, no contingency plan to address said damage is needed. Because forget them. We don't need them anymore. Detachable harvester. Oh, is that thing? Has a spirit vessel placed on Dana for the spirit channeling ceremony. I don't know why I have so much difficulty saying that. Is that okay? Yes, yes. The biological spirit vessels placed in each realm. Detachable Harvester 1 was lost on Dan after exploding. Detachable Harvester 2's landing point will remain the same as that of the previous model. Uh-huh. Oh, there's so much. Sedative mask? Oh. Device covering the wearer's whole face. It restricts their mental activity. It was developed for the purpose of pacifying prisoners. Oh. The loss of production facilities incurred from the partial destruction of Lenegis, additional devices will no longer be manufactured. Brainwashing report. What? Receiving reports of a robust new form of rule emerging in Dana's water realm. Oh yeah, Volron. But it was commissioned to investigate the matter in depth. Volron serves the realm's current lord. Yes. Has achieved this without the use of any special powers, drugs, or special devices. Oh. Soldiers in Lenegis who have undergone this treatment will be asked to secure classified sectors as a trial. Interesting. So I guess Volron just figured it out on his own. Oh, there's more! Master Cores! Only the Dark Master Core is maintained inside the Forbidden Zone. Okay. Due to successful regeneration of the Renus Alma, Master Cores will cease to be deployed. Okay. Spirit Core. Wait, the Spirit Core is that little white thing, right? Maximum load to prevent death, but maximize results. Lords! 5 of the best qualified members of the Renan populace are chosen to act as lords. During their tenure, they are granted level 3 authority. Okay. Only the strongest go on to become lords. The position itself does not inherently make an individual any stronger. Acceptance is mandatory. Alright. That wasn't very helpful. Volron. significant mental instability along with a strong distaste for following orders. The first successful case in 300 years. Okay, that didn't really... Whoops. This is information, but also, like, not really all that much. Really. Kind of what we already knew. A campfire or something in here? I want to make some food. Much, not much. The room that we were in before. The chest. Ooh, life bottles. Never have enough of those. Here we go again.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Rena never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Elfin. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough.
He'll be fine.
Please, live for me, Elfin.
And make babies with my ancestor.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, and I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me and made me Iron Mask.
Iron
She
Mask.
did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
That's some good Mio. An enemy? Heavy treat. Good. Wish I could buy those. Nothing? Okay. Save before every door. I don't think they would throw a boss fight without a healing ring, though. Still, I'm like paranoid.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Ooh. It's she.
Naori. What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Selvern, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen the Sovereign was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Dahnan voice speaking through her?
Ooh. Fancy new costumes. I like them.
What?
I like them a lot.
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
They're good.
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Xion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Xion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renus Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this
Find
way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save
Oh,
Xion
Rena.
at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Xion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop.
Apocalypse.
Thank you, Naori.
For the cool costume.
So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Xion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
Is the reason for your curse.
the thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No. The truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell,
Yeah.
or giving Law a deserved smack.
Still do that now.
Embracing everyone. All the normal things that people
Look
do
at that
together.
little face.
I always wished I could experience them for myself and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead, and it's for my sake, so I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Ooh, what do we get? Latest maiden. What does that give? Vitalize? Ooh! Ooh, what's this? Restores CP in a battle while the effects of cooking are active. Ooh. Yeah, that's better than whatever I was going for. All this. Ooh. 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 Whoa. Well, that's cool. I like this picture a lot. Can I just see the background? I don't think I can. I like it though. It's a good background. Oh, it's just equipped. Okay. Good looking sword. Cool. Alright. Give me 1 second. I need to, like, I don't know, I need to do something. My nose is all, something. I'll be right back. I think I'm okay now. I did like a nasal rinse. Really, always reminds me of drowning in a swimming pool. So that's a good feeling. Anyway.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Dahnans.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible. And then she saved my life by sending me back home to Dahna.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The ones separating the Renans from the Dahnans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
You inherited that legacy. Her wish for the world.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way, showing us what we can aspire to.
Anything in here? I don't think so. Oh, other door.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
Where's my healing circle? Where's my fast travel point?
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Okay, maybe we're... Oh, yep, there it is.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now. It looks completely different.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place... it reminds me more of being back inside the Wedge.
Except the Dahnan astral energy feels even stronger here.
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renin Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from centuries ago. Or perhaps even further back. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles. So what is it then?
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme, it descends into kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
That depends. Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
It's all the way back there. Ugh. No, thank you. Guess we just do. We just do as we got. Let's fight this thing!
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Brainwashed. How ironic.
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
Planet Destroyer.
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman!
Red Woman!
So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
Clones! Oh, really red now.
What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They look cool though.
They're not feeling particularly...
Oh god!
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Move! Walk!
Feel.
Okay, got one. Uh-oh. Oh. Wait, why did it cast? Why did it cast? Why did it cast? Come on. Whoop. God. So they're weak against electricity again? Okay. Good thing that's my favorite spell. Ow. Run away! Ah!
Sorry.
Thank you much. God, I hate these boss fights where there's multiples. I have so much health. Whoop. Just sidestep.
Too much to handle?
I can carve through armor.
Ow.
Super swallow dance.
Far beyond the darkest skies, I call upon thee!
Take this! No escape! The flame inside is yours to be let
More
free!
in the stockpile!
I'll tear you apart.
Take this!
Swallow dance.
Here!
Rip and tear.
Lightning orb!
Eagle assault.
Dazzle!
Here's the lightning orb! First aid!
Dragon, I'm on a roll now.
That'll bring you down! More where that came from! Lightning orb!
Damn it.
All the power of my
Oh god, that thing.
Far beyond the darkest skies, I call upon thee!
Rising Wyvern!
Lunar eruption! In here! I'll be saving this one!
It's time!
Far beyond the darkest skies, I call upon thee! By the power of water! Shooting star! I can do this all day! Burning strike! Here's my bow!
Come to an end. I'll smash you.
Red! Lightning orb! Here's evil!
Swallow dance.
Celestial Berserker!
I see, it's just all a big shared,
All the power of my healing
big shared life bar.
Far beyond the darkest skies!
Means if I can get multiple of them in that orb, I should do more damage. Come on, all of you, group up. They're all like separated here. Maybe this one? Oh god damn it! Damn it! Woo!
What my arts can do. Rise and shine. Lightning orb. Can't this work?
Now you see what I can do.
Thanks so much. I'll cover you. Lightning orb.
Can't get out of this. Watch it.
Far beyond the darkest here.
That's enough. That's freaking does it.
Can they just group up, please?
You'll pay for that! Try this! Demon Fang! To be let free! Burn in hell! The flame inside is yours to be let free!
They hit all of them. Yeah. Big damage, big damage. Woo! Look at that damage go!
Look sharp.
Group them up. Not so bad.
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
I don't think they talk.
Astral energy.
Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve.
They don't even have sleeves.
What? It's self-destructed?
Elfin!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Just grab it anyway.
He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
I don't want to fight you again.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
Grab the ball.
You're
Yeah, shoot him.
obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
I should have grabbed the ball before you did
really
that.
think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a
Shoot 'em.
ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alph, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron.
They're gonna be like brothers.
They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Boran was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Dana are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
Yeah.
A red woman.
Another one?
Never
Give
stop
your
coming.
master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it!
Well, they're gone again.
Serenus Alva!
Oh shit. He exploded.
It's too late. You can't stay here.
We need to go. Alphen!
We just left him. Whee! Quite a long jump, though. Rrrr.
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Dude, you're on fire right now.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Not weak.
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renis Alma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Yeah.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renis Alma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
Back to space!
But seriously, I was not expecting Voron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Brennans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
I didn't see that coming about Volron. As for those red women, to think they were monsters all along.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually human at all.
They definitely weren't Renan or Danan. I'm not even sure language would get through to them.
So what were they then? Human Zoogle hybrids?
Is the most terrifying thing anyone said all day.
How about you, Shion? Dohalim? You ever seen anything like that before?
No, never. However, if they're the same as the red woman we've seen with Volron, I think it's safe for us to assume they understand our language at the very least.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them. About Rena and Shion's thorns.
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we got the chance. Why would they do such a thing, though? To take us with them? Or in order to keep something hidden?
Both sound plausible to my ears. They took off with the Renis Alma too, remember?
Yeah, they did. And the next time we meet them, we're going to make sure they tell us everything they know.
Can't get this out. Ah! Lemonhead. Which literally says on the back of this packaging, produced with genetic engineering. What the hell? What a weird thing to say on that. Ooh. I feel like I should just, Oh, I can't. It won't let me. Alright. I don't think I needed that, but I was gonna take it anyway, because it's there. Are all the enemies gone? Oh no, never mind. They are not.
Go no further!
Bring
Damn it.
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Light burst forward.
Radiant Genesis!
The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that.
I can carve through. Watch this.
Bullseye!
In a bind.
Go get him! Resurrection!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Dragon Lunar Corruption! Lightning Orb! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and
How do I get out of
shiny
here?
mood.
Yeah, this way. Oh yeah. I forgot. Let's go with... Go with that. Okay. Seems like there's fewer enemies at least. Oh god, the Mantis. I don't want to fight that right now. Pain in the butt. Puppers.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
Yo!
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing, so she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnagin, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegis is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
A lot,
Suffice
actually.
it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Dohalim?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Speech.
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Let there be light.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
Just live.
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
Democracy.
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright, or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Turnagain's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegus who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Eagle. Cool.
Looks like the people of Lenegus can rest easy.
In one sense, when all is said and done, perhaps I have been a slave this whole time too.
You, a Renan Lord? How do you figure that exactly?
I was complicit in the Renan system, bound by its values, resigned to being swept along, without the resolve to take a stand. And when I realized the severity of my mistake, all I longed for was punishment. A lord. And yet my first instinct was to place my fate in the hands of others.
I think I can relate. I couldn't stand watching my people bow and scrape their way through life, but I didn't know what else I could do about it either. The ability to think for yourself and be your own master, that's what separates a slave from a free person. At least, that's what Law's dad Zephyr used to say. Zephyr taught me how to fight. But in doing so, he also taught me how to live.
Even if it means stumbling along the way. If it's on a road of our own choosing, free of regret. Why, that's the road of freedom. Or, to put it another way, so long as his heart is compromised, even the loftiest of kings is no freer than a slave. I think I finally understand now. This Zephyr character sounds like he was a wise man indeed. I only wish I could have met him.
There's just so much I wish I could ask him, especially now. I wonder, have I been correctly carrying on the torch that he passed to me?
How long have you known?
Known what?
About the darkness I carry inside me. You seem to have been aware of it for quite some time now.
Why ask me now? What does it matter? But yes, I have. I've pretty much known that something was gnawing at you ever since we left Menancia.
So basically since the very start of our journey then. Just when I thought I couldn't feel more ashamed.
Leave the past where it belongs. We have no need for it now. You're forging ahead. That's what matters. If my brother could see you, he'd be proud.
Not as proud as he would be of his sister, I'm sure.
Well then, just as well it's not a competition, huh?
Kisara? Anyone at home in there?
Sorry. Did I look distracted?
Among other things. To be entirely honest, I couldn't tell whether you were smiling or frowning.
You were thinking about Dohalim, weren't you?
That obvious, huh? I was just thinking how good it is to see him moving forward at last. It was always so infuriating, knowing how capable he could be if he just put his mind to it. A prisoner trapped in a cage of his own self-doubt. But now, he's finally beginning to spread his wings. I'm happy for him.
So, then why do you look so sad?
Oh, I don't know if I'd say sad. There's a bittersweetness to it, I guess. It's good and strange, knowing that he won't be needing me anymore. It probably sounds weird, doesn't it? I have this massive worry off my mind. I should be jumping up and down for joy, right?
Must be that maternal instinct of yours at work.
Rinwell's right. You're like a mother bird, finally letting go as her child takes his first shaking and nervous flight from the nest.
A pretty big child.
That's one way to look at it. I wouldn't like to see Dohalim's face if he heard you say that. All this has made me realize I can't allow myself to become a prisoner of my own making like he was. If Dohalim can forge his own path ahead, then I can too. I won't be left behind.
Ooh. All those are done. Can I make these weapons? I feel like there's gonna be better weapons as soon as I'm out of here. Oh yeah, look. Well, no way, that's the one that I had. Yeah, okay. Yeah, might as well. Nope, that's worse. Megafauna, huh? I mean, I don't really use him anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Oh, I can get heavy treats. Oh, they're just really expensive. Okay. I have a lot of grape gels.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Let me see. Guess we use grapes now instead. Pineapple? Yeah. Alright, we go. Can I fast travel to the ship? That's not that big a deal, I guess. We just run all the way back. Can I? No. Gotta run all the way back. Okay. This looks cool though. Look how weird the buildings look. Back to the ship. Back to space. It's that ship on the wall. I want it. I want that one.
Thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renis Alma. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
It's also entirely possible that the first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If we come across a capital, we should...
What?
What?
No. They're just floating out there. Uh-oh. And we're dead. Game over. Game over, yeah!
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
We got locked out.
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
We're aiming right for the sun.
Right?
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone! Look there!
It's the sun. Or is it the dragon? Oh, is that Rena? It's just hollowed out. Oh! Going to shoot a laser beam! That is definitely the last area. I am betting we go in there and fight a final boss. Cool.
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
The Flower of Oblivion.
If With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here?
Just get out and push.
We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down. You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
Bigger ship. Space pirates. Can't help but think about Eden Zero at this point. Whee! Not Lenegis, is it? What is that?
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those
Hopeful
red women?
Lenegis.
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
Shion, just in the nick of time. Here, lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously, it's fine. I'd rather that than people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant about not touching you guys, not the other way around.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Not being able to touch people, does it ever get lonely sometimes?
I guess I never really thought about it in those terms. It was either accept it for what it was or come undone. Before long, it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to your reality, you couldn't even recognize it as loneliness? I don't know how you managed.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone anymore.
But I can't even touch you. No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even Alphen.
I appreciate the concern. Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll have to put up with it just a little longer. But not forever. Alphen promised me that. Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't be. But either way, the day will come. And I'll be ready when it does.
Yeah, just hang in there. One day, we'll share a big warm hug. You'll see. I promise.
Another one. Poodle!
Ah! What the? Are you out of your mind? This isn't the time for games, Rinwell!
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah, but seeing you act all nervous, you're making me start to feel nervous too.
Oh, sorry.
Staying alert is important, but too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
Hang on. I need to go to the bathroom. Be right back. Whoop.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's really not doing too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another round planet like ours. Still though, I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a broken egg or something.
Rena and Dana. We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars in the heavens.
But Rena's
But to
cracked.
think that they lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the Crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
Dohalim.
Okay, who's the... That beam of light joining Dana and Rena. It was the Renan side that it first came from, right?
That's what it looked like. And then the Danon side responded.
Perhaps it was some kind of directive from the Renan homeworld? To reawaken the Wedge and Lenegis?
Which would mean that whoever's behind all this is on Rena after all. But what are they after? Is it really worth going through all this trouble just to steal Dana's energy?
Try to stay calm. With so many factors we don't understand, dwelling on it won't get us anywhere. What is it?
No, it's just... Zephyr once told me the same thing. So much for me making progress, huh?
You made it this far, didn't you? You notice something, you change it. That's all anyone can do. But you can't stand still in the meantime.
Anything back here? No. I don't even know where I am. anything around here? Anything at all? It's a people pod. People pod.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that?
It's the red girl.
It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't look like it can move. Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
That is correct.
Ooh.
It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We were teleported.
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh goody, more riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
The garbage dump? Are you garbage? Are we garbage?
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil. The Red Women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's Great Spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this Great Spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
I knew it. We're gonna fight a planet.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this Great Spirit be the true Sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this Great Spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus.
If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrecht 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegis are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy, and the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed, and it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegis was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renis Alma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Not real.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrecht 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Yeah.
Fight
I'm
the
sorry,
planet.
Did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegis has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Sounds like we have no choice, though.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Faisal.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
The others. They're gonna be robots?
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right? I mean, it's practically blackmailing us into doing its dirty work.
To be honest, the conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it. How about you, Dohalim? Were you able to follow it at all?
At the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dana, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy Dana.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns me. How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevrek 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe the others will shed more light on the matter. Let's find out.
NASA alien. Oh, it's people.
Who are they?
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Are you a Renan?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I guess so.
The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
What a weird guy.
He must have meant Hevrek 35 when he mentioned that Overseer.
And what was that about subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
Yes, hello. I would like to know more.
Have you guys lived up here in Deg Faisal with Hevrek 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though. We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, this station was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegis from the outside.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
And you've been working for Hevrek 35 ever since?
Well, at first we thought that there was nobody else inside the facility, but then it turned out the Overseer was there all along.
What do you mean?
The Helganquil have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain why Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself, but from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In addition, they also used hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected. It's a pretty sophisticated operation, especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict. I have to imagine that's how Lenegis is still run.
But aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
You act like this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their deceptions.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Heveric 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home to Rena or Lenegis? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright. After all this time, there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead. Things are going just fine with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions. Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so I can talk until then.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
Stupid hat.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the Renans down there?
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
Aha.
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Apparently not.
Please, tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally
I
created
knew
from
it!
Danans by the Helganquil.
But if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
There aren't. But there are Helganquil. That's what the name literally means in their language. People of Rena.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction, yes? In essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
Helganquil technology is truly amazing. The way they alter their bodies is far less invasive than your conventional surgeries. They have these tiny machines that are practically invisible, which they insert into their bodies and—
Enough! You needn't tell us anymore.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
I guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance. If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it. Anyway, the Helganquil are the real Renans. Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal. They're also mostly the ones behind what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
Woo!
Does he really expect us to believe that Renans never truly existed? How absurd.
Dohalim.
Just when I think we're getting to the bottom of it all, some new revelation smacks us in the face.
Then let's hope this is our last revelation for a while.
Nope, we got one more.
Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes. It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and send such a large quantity of astral energy without it becoming sentient. Second, we had to figure out how to convert Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
I take it the solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for the collection, and then the Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
We have a winner! However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied. The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day. For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana, and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contest began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps. A new Sovereign had to be made as well. It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy. At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Heverick 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes, and yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
It feels like our whole world has been turned upside down. Is there anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously, I'm still trying to process the fact that we Renans were created by the Helganquil, let alone the Sovereign and Maiden stuff.
Let's take a moment to gather ourselves. I know all of this is a lot to believe and take in, but I think it's fair to say that we've found the answers we've been looking for. Does everyone agree?
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get that energy, the Great Spirit took control of the Helganquil. Then the Helganquil created the Renans, who went on to invade and rule over the Danans.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even. We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit. Why don't we all take some time to think things over, before we decide on our next move?
That's a good idea, Kisara. If the Renan Great Spirit really is behind all this, then we've got a really big fight ahead of us. Because it's not just Dana on the line, but Rena too. If we're going to do this, we need to be completely sure of ourselves. So let's go ahead and break off for now. We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay. You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
I'll go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds, too.
Sounds good. Let's go find them.
Everyone's
Party
just gone their own way, huh?
ended.
Yeah, let's hit up each spot.
Okay. I'm gonna call it here. There are a couple things that I must do. I'd like to save some story for next time, because I think we're just... I always feel like I'm right at the end. I think I actually am at the end. Pretty much. I know, like, we can finish the Owl side quest when we touch down on Rena. So I know we're gonna go there, and I don't think there's gonna be that much there, right? So I'll probably finish this tomorrow. Hopefully. Maybe? I don't know. I might end up finishing it on Monday.
Beeple.
Whoops.
Beeple.
Ah! Yeah, because I need to get things prepared for Halloween stuff. Yeah. Pretty much what I'm gonna go work on right now too. So yeah, that's fun. We got a lot of mystery stuff going on. So yeah, we'll try to finish this either tomorrow or Monday. And then yeah, then we can move on to something else. Something that maybe people want to watch. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye, stream.